Welcome back to the First Line Library. I'm Jordan, and today we're talking about audiobooks. Whether you're an audiobook person or not, they are always a great way to get immersed inside of a story. So with that being said, here are a few of my favorites that I think you might like. First up, World War Z by Max Brooks. I've talked about this book before, but just a little refresher on the story. World War Z is all about the zombie war that has ravaged Earth. Told from many points of view from a wide array of characters, Brooks delivers tales that show the beginning, the middle, and what followed after the zombie war. This audiobook is read by a full cast, including the voices of Mark Hamill, Nathan Fillion, Alfred Molina, Simon Pegg, and the author himself, Max Brooks, plus many, many more. With each story being told by a specific voice, you get a sense of the character and you feel fully invested in their story. The next audiobook on my list is On Writing by Stephen King. Now, this isn't a fiction read, but rather a part memoir and practical application in writing from the author himself. Not only is the story and the writing tips wonderful, but it is narrated by Stephen King. I find the tone and the character of his voice to be quite soothing, and you truly get the sense of the author's voice as he had written it to be. This next audiobook is a bit interesting in that it has two English-speaking narrators. This is The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. Outside of being such a wonderful history of Tolkien's world, The Lord of the Rings, two very iconic voices can be heard. The first is Martin Shaw. Shaw has such a brilliant tone to his voice when speaking the names and places written by Tolkien. He just says it with such confidence. On the other side, you have Andy Serkis as the second voice. Serkis, if you didn't know, is the famous actor who voiced and played the creature Gollum in the Peter Jackson adaptations of The Lord of the Rings. Serkis adds such depth to the characters and pulls you right into the story. My next pick for best audiobook would be Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. A wonderful tale of fantasy about an orc that has put her past behind her to start a new adventure as a coffee shop owner. What makes this audiobook so special is that it is narrated by the author, Travis Baldree. But before writing Legends and Lattes and its prequel, Bookshops and Bone Dust, he was already narrating fantasy novels. Not only does Baldree have a great grasp on storytelling, but he is a well-seasoned voice actor. And again, you get the author's vision for the characters as he has written them. Before I get to my last pick, let's quickly throw out some honorable mentions. First, the Terminal List series by Jack Carr and The Rune Lords by David Farland, both narrated by Ray Porter. The Stormlight Archive series by Brandon Sanderson, read by Michael Kramer and Kate Redding. And then The Fisherman by John Langan, narrated by Danny Campbell. The last pick on my list is the Whodunit and Murder Mystery series by Anthony E. Zucker, narrated by Gildart Jackson. Now, if you are unaware of this short duology, it is a fictional continuation of the ABC reality TV show of the same name. What I love about these audiobooks is that the narrator was also the show's host, Gildart Jackson. His character for the show and the books is that of the butler. Jackson brings such gusto to all the characters in these novels, but his work with the crossover character as the butler gives such a realistic quality to it. Well, that wraps up my favorite audiobooks, and of course, I'd love to know what you all think about them. Do you love them? Do you hate them? And be sure to let me know what your favorite audiobooks are down in the comments below. Hey, thanks for taking the time to hear what I have to say. I'll catch you all later. God bless.